What is going on, my peoples, and my plant peoples? So, as you already see, we're going to be looking at the crawlers today that I have. And I'm pretty excited because, I got some pretty good crawlers. I haven't really shown those, or I haven't really seen people talk about their crawlers, but we're going to get into it like it ain't nothing to it. So I'm actually going to do a repot too, so I actually want to kind of segue into my pictures or videos of my crawlers or whatnot, and then I'll get back into this one right here. So let's get into it. So from my understanding, the Philodendron glorious is supposed to be a crawler, so I can't wait to put this in a bigger pot. Yeah, that's gonna go crazy, man. She's looking real gorgeous right now. She's looking mad gorgeous. Is that a new leaf? That's a new leaf. So y'all already know my Limani. One of my favorites, if I ever had to say it. Nice little crawler. Definitely gonna have to get her out this pot. She'll probably be repotted. Probably about 2 more leaves. Get it nice and established. But yeah, definitely get you one of these right here. I wish I could just give everybody one of these things, but yeah, mad gorgeous. So this here is my Epipremnum Amplissimum. And this one started off as a climber. As you can see, it's staked up now. But if you put this down in like a kind of like a long pot, a crawling pot or anything like that, it will do it. But right now, of course, she is climbing. So when I first got her, she was actually crawling along the pot, which is actually very interesting to me. Gloriosum for sure. She under some construction, so if you remember, I cut her maybe about 2 weeks ago, about 2-3 weeks ago. So we got a new leaf coming right here, pretty much chopped it right here, as you can kind of see. Oh, okay, got some roots in there, so it's stuck. And then got a new leaf coming out here, so I got 2 gloriosums in the pot, so that's gonna go ham. It's the Philodendron rosei, still doing good. Got a new leaf right there, nice and shiny. But as you see, it has that crawler kind of characteristics or whatnot, looking real good right now. I'll be repotting this one pretty soon, but she's looking gorgeous. I mean, I guess I can see it climbing, but at the same time, it's crawling right now, and that looks really, really good. So we are back. We are back and great. And the other week I went to IKEA to grab a one of these little pots here. And this is pretty much just like a plant pot or whatnot. I think most people will put like a bunch of plants in there. And it came with like a little hook thing, but I didn't really want to keep the hook on there or whatnot. So what I did was went ahead and just drew some holes into here, so it can have pretty much good drainage or whatnot, because I want to make sure that it drains pretty well. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do that real quick, and then I'm gonna come right back. So I went ahead and put some holes in here, just got a regular drill bit and just kind of, you know what I'm saying, did my thing. Really easy. I put about 12 holes in there, so that when it drain out, pretty much, or when I water it, it drains out pretty well. I'm going to put it in pretty good potted medium. So the potted medium that I'm going to put this plant in here is pretty much perlite, orchid bark, Spagnomoss moss. I got some little leca in there that kind of escaped and got in there. Horticultural charcoal or whatnot. So all the good draining stuff, as well as peat moss, which is of course water retentive. So this little sexy mama that I have here is my Philodendron hybrido or Columbia or whatnot. Looking really gorgeous. Like, go ahead and get a look at that. This is his newest leaf. It is looking really, really amazing. Very pillow-like. So if you really want a pillow type of leaf, like, for sure this would be really, really amazing. Like that looks absolutely gorgeous. This leaf right here is one of the first leaves that I grew, or that grew with this plant or whatnot, so it's actually dying. But if you get a look at that, like, that's a gorgeous leaf. Could you imagine this plant look like that? Like, that's a gorgeous dying leaf. I kind of want to keep it on there just right now. If it really like dies off, then of course I'll let it die off, but like, look at that, get into that. Like, that, don't it just like make you smile? Like, that thing looks, hey, this thing's sexy. But yeah, I like that pillow leaf or whatnot. Like, it looks absolutely gorgeous. But what I want to do is go ahead, like I said, repot it. And of course I'm gonna put it in here or whatnot. Yeah, it's been in pretty much the same pot that I got from Equa Genera. I remember getting this plant about 2-3 months ago, maybe a little bit longer than that. I have to go back and look at the tapes, but still in the same pot and medium or whatnot, and it seemed to be growing pretty well. I did put around this I did put a moisture cup around here, my little moss cup around here. The reason I did that is because I was actually going to chop it up. I still may go ahead and do that, just not today. I'm going to allow it to start to grow, and then later on I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to chop it back or whatnot so that I can have 2 of these whatnot, because I like how this looks. And I think that this is so crazy because like this, like a lot of times I see these what's it called, these Columbias or Hybridos or El Guapos, and they are climbing. I mean, they are climbing plants, right? You like put them on a moss pole and they are climbing, right? But this one right here looks like it is crawling, right? And that's why I showed all my other crawlers, because like it looks like it's growing the same way, right? So for me, that just means like, it makes me think like a lot of these plants that are climbing could be actual crawlers. Like my, like as you've seen, my, what is it called, Epiprenum amplissimum variegated or whatnot, growing really well along the wall. But when I first got it, it was actually crawling. It was crawling across the pot or whatnot. So I know that they are epiphytic, which means of course they climb or live along trees or whatnot. So that just begs to show that you know, a lot of these plants can crawl as well as climb. But does that mean that these crawling plants can, like, I mean, a lot of these crawling plants, could you put them on a pole and they grow that way, right? So like my Philodendron Lymanii, could I put that actually on a pole? Would that not be sick, right? If I can get that one to crawl. But like, look at these roots. These roots are really amazing. Like, I really could chop it, but I would rather not right now. Let it grow and establish a little bit, and then I'll double back and I'll chop this up. But yeah, the science behind it is so crazy. Like, some of your crawling plants are really climbers, and some of your climbing plants could really be crawlers, you know. It'd be great to kind of test that out. I haven't really seen anybody kind of talk about it, so I think that'd be pretty great to know. Crawling, climbing, or whatnot. If you put it on the ground, will it crawl? If you put it in a tree, will it climb? So, that is definitely crawling. You can say what you want, but that is crawling. Like, look at that. So I think that's pretty interesting. But what I'm going to do is, I'm not going to move this right here. I'm just going to pretty much put it in there, and yeah, I'm pretty much just going to put it like this right here because it's upward, and then just build around it. So here we go. So we are back. I got a chance to water her. That's why you kind of see this little towel under there. And she's looking really great. I put that potting mix on top, and then I put the reptile. I put the potting mix on at the bottom and put the reptile bark on the top, if you can see it right there. So it looks really great. I'm gonna actually go in there and put a video. And as you kind of see it crawling, I put this stake here just so it can hold itself up just for a little bit, because it's a new medium and whatnot. So I'm sure like the next leaf will come out and it would go forward or whatnot. So I'm actually pretty excited about that to happen. I'm definitely going to keep you guys updated, and I appreciate you guys for coming through. So I just want to say thank you once again for coming through. This here is the Philodendron hybrido, as it said on the pot. Colombia, El Guapo, whatever you want to call it. Go ahead and get you one of these right here. I'm excited for you if you do. If you don't, that's cool too. But yeah, that's pretty much gonna be it. So as always, love, peace, and plants.